Hello. Today we're going to be talking about tally charts, graphs, and tables, as well as interpreting data. And also, we're going to be talking about how to measure objects using a standard unit, which would be like a paper clip or a glue stick. Okay, so we're going to start with this problem right here. Use information to make a tally chart. Answer the questions using the tally chart. Now, I would like for you to try to do this by yourself before I show you how to do it as we work it together. So pause the video here and give yourself a couple minutes to fill out this chart and make sure that you're able to do so. Okay, so now that you have pushed play, we're going to go ahead and go over it. So it says use the information to make a tally chart. Answer the questions using the tally chart. So I'm going to go ahead and get my pen here. And let's see, let's use green. Okay, so for triangle, it says shape, and then it says triangle. So right over here in my tallies, I'm going to put how many triangles I see. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 triangles. So now I'm going to put 5 tally marks. 4, and then that fifth one goes straight across. All right, now let's count our squares. And I'm going to switch up the colors just for the purpose of this, which usually we'd be using a pencil, but I just want to make sure that you're able to see us put the tally marks as well as count the objects. Okay, so square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many tally marks am I going to need for this one? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, now we're on circle. How many circles do we have? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 circles. So we're going to put how many tally marks? 4. All right, let's see what's next for us. So now our data has been put into the tally chart, and it isn't a lot easier to see how many triangles there are now. You can just look right there at that table. All right, so I've moved the shapes down here so it's easier for us to answer our questions. How many circles and squares are there? Again, please pause the video so that you can try to solve this on your own, and then come back so we can work it out together. Okay, so first of all, we need to look at we need to see what we're looking for. We're looking for how many circles and squares there are. So let's underline that. Circles and squares. Let's see, how many circles did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 circles plus how many squares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4 plus 7. What is 4 plus 7? Okay, so if we use our fingers, we can say 7 and then put up a finger for each number we count up. You ready? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 7 plus 4, or 4 plus 7, equals 11. Also, we could have used touch math, and we could have said 7 and then counted up and put a dot for each time we count up. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Another strategy would be to use your number line. Okay, so how many circles and squares are there? There are 11. All right. How many squares and triangles are there? I'm going to go ahead and pause it and see if you can solve this on your own. All right, now that you've tried to do it by yourself, let's go ahead and go over it together. Let's go ahead and underline that important information. How many squares and triangles? Now you have to be careful the way you read these problems because sometimes they're a little tricky. So let's see, squares. How many squares do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and how many triangles do we have? Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is 7 plus 5? Right, it's 12. Now, we knew that one so fast because we just added 7 plus 4, and we knew that was 11. And then we know that 5 is one more than 4. So if we add 1 to 11, we get 12. We also could have done touch math if we didn't remember that last problem. So we're going to say 7 and then put a dot for every time we count. Are you ready? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Our answer is 12. Now, if you notice on touch math, however many dots you put on it is whatever that number is. So we have the number 5 here, and we have 5 dots right here. Now, if we go up here, we have 4 dots because the number is 4. So how many squares and triangles are there? 12. Okay, so if there are 25 students, are there enough shapes for each of the students to get a shape? And then it wants you to explain. So take a few minutes to do this problem, really think through it, and then explain to me using your words how you solve the problem. Okay, now that you're back, we're going to go ahead and go over it. So the first thing we need to do is figure out what the question is asking us to solve. So it says, are there enough shapes for each student to get a shape if there are 25 students? Okay, so we know we need 25 for all the students, but let's go ahead and count how many we do have. So let's start with triangles. How many triangles did we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 triangles. And we're going to add all the shapes together. So let's go to the next shape. How many squares did we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then the last shape, we need circles. How many circles do we have? 4. All right, now let's add these together. Now we already know from the last problem that 7 plus 5 was 12. So let's just do this. 12 plus 4 equals what? Right. 12 plus 4 equals 16. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the total number of shapes we have is 16. Now the question says, if there are 25 students, are there enough shapes for each student to get a shape? Explain. So are there enough shapes? No, there's not. But we have to explain why. So there are not enough shapes. Let me move this down here. There are not enough shapes for all 25 students. There are only 16 shapes. And we could even go on to say, because you know Miss Gardner likes to use those alligators, we could even say 16 is less than 25, right? Using really good math language right there, or math symbol, should I say. All right, so that's a pretty good explanation. And you don't have to put all of that on your test. You're just going to have to be able to explain using words why. You're going to have to talk through your reasoning there. Okay, it says how many shapes are there altogether? So that's really what we just did. So we said that there were 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 squares, 4 circles, and 5 triangles. And we said 7 plus 4 was 11, and then 11 plus 5 equals 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That was going to equal 16. So how many shapes are there altogether? Altogether, there are 16. because this word altogether means we're going to add all of those words. Or all of those shapes, sorry. Okay, so real quick, what shape is there the most of? Yes, there are the most squares because there are 7 squares and there are only 5 triangles and 4 circles. So the shape with the most number of shapes is the square. What shape is there the least of? Okay, we have 4 circles. We have 5 triangles. Is 5 less than or greater than 4? Right, it's greater than. So our circles are going to be the shape with the least. Okay, so now we're going to move on to something a little different. So we're going to take data. We're still going to be dealing with that data or data, whichever way you like to say that. But we're going to be dealing with it in a bar graph this time. So this says, Bob has a bunch of food. He needs help making a bar graph to see how many of each type of food he has. He has 5 hot dogs, 2 cookies, 7 burgers, and 3 donuts. So first of all, let's look at our table here. So we have hot dogs, cookies, burgers, donuts right here at the bottom. And then over here at the top, we have, sorry about that, we have numbers that go along the side there. And they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's see what we're going to do here. So let's go back to the text and see how many hot dogs there were. How many hot dogs? 5 hot dogs. So let's go ahead and draw this up. Now I'm going to go all the way up to that 5. I'm going to draw this. That's going to show that there are 5 hot dogs. Now I'll color it in the best that I can. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and then let's see, how many cookies were there? How many cookies? 2 cookies. So we're going to go up to this 2. See, we are putting our data into this graph. Okay, now how many burgers did we have? Looking through the text, that's right, 7. We're going to go all the way to the top for those burgers. Bob has a lot of burgers. Like I said, just color it in the best we can. It's not a big deal if it's perfect, as long as you can see what number it's going to. Okay, donuts. How many donuts? Trying to find a different color here that we haven't used. This one will work. 3 donuts. Remember, look through that text. So we're going to go up to the 3, as close as you can. And then now that our data looks like this, it's a lot easier to compare it. Now we can tell which one he has the most of, which one he has the least of, and all of that. So now that we've filled out our table, we're going to go over here and answer some questions. How many donuts and burgers does Bob have? Donuts and burgers. So let's go back over here and look real quick. How many donuts were there? Let's see. 3. We have 3 donuts. It says it in the text. It also says it right here on our graph. Right there. So we know that one of our numbers is going to be 3. And we're going to add because we're putting 2 things together. When we put things together, we add. Now burgers, let's go back and look. Burgers, remember, they were the most. How many do burgers have? 7. So now we know our second number is 7. 7 plus 3, guys. 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. So how many donuts and burgers does Bob have? Bob has